In this video, we're going to talk about how to solve systems of equations using substitution. The first example will be one of the more stereotypical ones, and then the second one will be slightly more difficult. First thing with systems of equations using substitution is you need to have one of the equations where it's either x equals something or y equals something. And so in this first equation, we have y equals 7x plus 6. And so whatever that letter equals, you're going to plug that expression into the other equation for the variable. So since it's y equals, we're going to plug that expression in for y. And so essentially what this looks like is we will have 4x minus 3. Instead of y, we are substituting in 7x plus 6. And then the rest of the equation is equals 16. From here, it's solving an equation. So get rid of the parentheses. To do that, you would want to distribute the negative 3. Negative 3 times 7x is negative 21x. Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. And then equals 16. Now from here we can combine like terms. So we have 4 minus 21 for the x's. So that gives us negative 17x. And then if I bring down the minus 18 equals 16. Then we need to get rid of any addition or subtraction. The negative 17 is being multiplied, so not that yet. Get rid of the 18 by doing the inverse, add 18 to both sides. So now we have negative 17x equals 34. And then to get rid of the multiplying by negative 17, we'll divide both sides by negative 17. And we get x equals negative 2. Now, our answer to this should be a point, x and y, because if you are to graph these equations, you're looking at the point that they meet. So we have the x value. Now we need to substitute that negative 2 into either equation for x to find the y value. Looking at that, y is in the first equation is already solved for. So I'm going to plug that negative 2 into the first equation where you see x. You can do it into both. The top one just looks easier to me. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14. And then negative 14 plus 6 is negative 8. And so then the last step is just to write your answer as a point. X first, then y. So negative 2, negative 8. Now let's take a look at a slightly harder problem. Looking at this one, there is not an equation where x or y is isolated. So there's not x equals or y equals some stuff. And so I have to look at that and figure out which one would be easiest to solve for. If I'm solving for x or y in the top equation, we're either going to have to divide by 3 for the x or divide by 5 for the y. And either way, that's going to likely give us a fraction, which I don't want to plug in a fraction. I don't know about you, but I'd rather have whole numbers if I can. So if I look at the bottom equation, I don't see a number in front of the x, which means if I solve for x, I'm not going to have to divide. No dividing means all of my numbers are going to be whole numbers, and that makes me happy. So if I'm trying to solve for x, I need to move that minus 4y to the other side. So I need to do the inverse and add 4y. And so that gives us x equals 12 plus 4y. So now I have one of the variables isolated, and so I can take that expression and I need to plug it into the other equation for x. X this time because it's x equals. So I am going to plug it into the top equation for x. And so that gives us 3, plugging in 12 plus 4y for x, minus 5y equals 15. solve that, I need to get rid of those parentheses, so I'm going to distribute the 3. 3 times 12 is 36. 3 times 4y is 12y. And then just bringing down the minus 5y equals 15. I then can combine like terms. I have 12y minus 5y. 12 minus 5 is 7. So that gives us 7y. I need to get rid of any addition or subtraction first. Now it says plus 7y, but remember that 7 is being multiplied. So I need to get rid of the 36 first. Positive, so I need to subtract to get rid of it. So that gives us 7y equals negative 21. And then to get rid of that 7, I need to divide both sides by 7. And we get y equals negative 3. Now my answer should be a point. I have the y value. I do not have the x value. So I need to take this equation and plug it back into one of the original equations. I could also plug it into the x equals 12 plus 4y equation, which is what I will do. So x equals 12 plus 4, and then plugging in negative 3 for y. I need to multiply first. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12, so that becomes minus 12. And then 12 minus 12 is 0. A lot of students freak out when they get 0. It's totally fine. That is not the same thing as no solution or infinite solution, so don't freak out if you get 0. And then last thing is to write your answer as a point. X first, then y, so 0, negative 3. Hope this helps. Have a good one.